Thank you so much for joining us today, Meredith. We really appreciate you being here. And McKenna has a few questions to start for you.
Which college or university did you attend for your undergraduate degree?
I went to UNC Wilmington. I graduated in 2013 with a bachelor's degree in social work and women and gender studies minor.
In getting a minor in women and gender studies, what drew you to that particular area?
I think when I entered my senior year of maybe it was junior year, I began just getting really interested in some of the activist things that were happening on campus, and just I think maybe just being more aware and alert to politically what was happening, particularly facing women at the time. So I think that's definitely was the main draw. And then as I started taking classes, it led to getting two really cool internships that focused on reproductive rights, and then one working with sexual violence victims, which was a really interesting experience. And I definitely was shaped by the women and gender studies minor.
How did having this minor influence your later career choices?
Yeah. So during my senior year at UNCW, I got to do an internship with the Rape Crisis Center of Coastal Horizons. And then shortly after I graduated, I was really fortunate to be offered a position at the Rape Crisis Center. And I think that what helped make it very clear that that is the outlet or the career path that I wanted to pursue was very much formed from the WGS classes that I took at UNCW. And yeah, definitely was, I mean, Coastal Horizons Rape Crisis Center does incredible work in our community just to support survivors of sexual violence, providing law enforcement advocacy. Um, they provide free therapy services, court accompaniment, crisis intervention, support groups, all kinds of stuff. So that definitely was just work that really resonated with, things that I'm passionate about and where my heart was.
So, where are you currently employed?
So I currently am the school social worker at the Girls Leadership Academy of Wilmington. Some people might know it as GLOW Academy. So I've been here for about 3 years, providing just all kinds of supports to our families. There's a multitude of needs that pop up on a given day, but a lot of just connecting our families and students with resources in the community, um, and just supporting mental health, social emotional learning in general here among our students.
What would you say if you have a typical day? What would you say that looks like, or what are your responsibilities in this role?
Oh boy. A typical day during the school year. Usually lots of checking in with students. Like I usually have a caseload of kids that I try to check in with. Maybe they have just higher level needs than the vast majority of our students. So we just like to proactively pour a lot of time and intention into those kiddos. So usually come on campus, bus duty, car line duty, putting out small fires that might be stirring up, triaging uniform issues. We are a uniform school, so everybody's got to come in their polo and their skirt, or their pants or shorts, but it has to be GLOW attire, so kind of triaging those situations. Um, Usually I'm kind of connecting to parents throughout the day regarding certain whatever might be going on in their lives. Maybe they might be needing to be connected to food services, housing services, um, just a multitude of different things. So trying to kind of triage that. Um, and it looks different every day, so it's really hard to just pinpoint like one
Uh,
day is completely different than the rest for sure, but it's always interesting and keeps me on my toes.
And so, what would you say that you would be most proud of accomplishing in your career?
Hmm. Most proud of accomplishing. I feel like there's not one specific thing, but I do feel like one um, core value that I do have is trying to support women and girls along their path in life. So I think, working at the Rape Crisis Center, worked with a lot of families and folks dealing with trauma, and a lot of women and girls. A lot of my job specifically focused on providing support for adolescent teens who had experienced sexual violence. And then I worked in foster care for a bit, and that was a lot of just supporting. Unfortunately, a lot of single moms are the folks who are dealing with trying to get their kids back, and feeling like all of the systems in their life are against them, and so trying to just support them through trying to stay resilient and work towards getting reunification with their child. That was definitely kind of a through line, just supporting women. And now I work at an all-girls school, which is all I do all day long, which is something I'm definitely very proud of, and it feels like I've definitely landed in all the right places to feel aligned with my values.
What do you think 22-year-old you would think about where you are today?
Oh my goodness. That's a great question. I think she would be really proud, honestly. I think I think she had the fire and she had the passion, and I think she would be really proud of the steps that I've been able to take over my career. So yeah, I love that question.
How do you feel like your minor in WGS has benefited you, even beyond the workforce, but even in your personal life?
That's a good question. I feel like it just broadened my horizons and my awareness, definitely in terms of how I vote and how I push other people in my life to vote. And just in my relationships, definitely choosing relationships that are aligned with those same values of just affirming the inherent worth in all people. And I feel like that is something very true in the WGS program, is just affirming the worth of all people. And I think that has definitely led me to fill my life up with people who have those same beliefs. And a lot of that is also rooted in social work values as well. But yeah, I think it's definitely shaped professional and personal, my professional and personal world for sure.
And is there any advice that you would give to students like me who are currently a minor or thinking about minoring in women and gender studies?
Well, if they're thinking about it, they should do it, because definitely the best classes that I took by far throughout my time at UNCW. I remember even auditing a class. I had a full caseload, and I wanted to just audit the women in politics class because I wanted more knowledge and information. So definitely, if you're considering it, just do it. I don't think you'd be disappointed. And then if you are pursuing the minor, I think my advice would just be, your intuition probably brought you to the place of pursuing this minor. So just follow that after college and into your careers. I think you definitely don't have to settle for, a job that doesn't resonate true for you. I mean, sometimes you do for a little while right out of college, but definitely there are opportunities and there are spaces where all of your knowledge that you will obtain through this minor will it'll really benefit you and will really let you shine in your career.